Stephen Curry is not getting enough credit in today's NBA. I don't know, maybe whether it's because he's light skinned or is coming from a small mid-major school that he was playing in college, or maybe it's just his personality overall, but there's something about Stephen Curry that people just don't give him enough credit. And you know what's another thing that people don't talk about enough is that Stephen Curry is better than LeBron James. In today's video, I will be talking about why Stephen Curry is better than the Lion King himself from Akron, LeBron James. And what about you guys? Do you guys think that Stephen Curry is better than LeBron James? Let me know in the comments below. And man, I'm about to have a lot of fun breaking this thing down because there's a lot of arguments that I can bring into the table on why Stephen Curry is a better basketball player compared to LeBron James. And at the end of this video, I have this one great argument that puts Stephen Curry above LeBron James because LeBron has never done this, but Stephen Curry has. So stay tuned at the end of this video because you don't want to miss that one. And guys, if you guys like basketball content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification button as I will be making videos for you guys every week. And now, let's get to it. In recent time, maybe in the past 30-40 years, there's really just two players that has changed the game globally. The first player I can think of is obviously Michael Jordan. In the 80s, early 80s, when Michael Jordan came into the league, the NBA was heavily on the center position. Like the great players that they were promoting at that time were bigs like Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and other bigs like Akeem Olajuwon, which is the same person that was drafted ahead of Michael Jordan. Hey, shout out to Akeem Olajuwon, man. That dude is making his bag out there training these NBA players and charging them like $50,000 or some crazy stuff like that just to teach them footwork. When Michael Jordan came into the league, he basically changed the NBA from being heavy on the center position to a heavy guard position, which ultimately opened up to the modern era of NBA right now, which is a very heavy guard action offense. After Jordan has done that, I can't really think of another NBA player that had that much influence into the game, not just in the NBA but in the world. Until Stephen Curry showed up and came into the league in 2009. Like, whoever thought that a skinny ass kid from a mid-major college named Davidson was gonna come inside the league and change the game, not just in the NBA, but globally. Stephen Curry has changed the game in so many different levels where LeBron James himself even had to adjust to it. LeBron James came from a very, he's a freak of nature attacking the rim and you're not stopping that, to now where he had to develop his three-point shot because of what Stephen Curry has done. Yes, you might be able to say like, oh, LeBron James is getting older. It's only like a matter of time that he had to develop his shooting skills, especially in a three-point line, but not at this level where LeBron James' playing style had to literally change because of what Stephen Curry has done into the game. And not a lot of people has acknowledged that. And also, if you really think about it, LeBron James has never influenced the game of basketball at that same level that Stephen Curry has done. I mean, to give LeBron some credit, he did have some type of influence within the NBA, not the game of basketball globally, but within his peers in the NBA. LeBron James basically took the business side of basketball to the next level, like no one has ever done it the way how he has done it throughout his whole career. The player empowerment literally started when LeBron James was, I think, within the middle of his, career, especially when he went to Miami. When he did all that decision, the decision when he moved to Miami, taking my talents to Miami, that was the beginning of the player empowerment era in the NBA. And all that was all because of LeBron James. The player empowerment era also came with a side order, which is the ring chasing era, which LeBron James himself has done. Now, some people might say that LeBron James had to leave Cleveland because it wasn't a good organization to win championship in. Well, you could literally say the same thing about Stephen Curry's situation when he went to the Golden State Warriors and got drafted in 2009, because the Golden State Warriors at that time was also going through their own changes in the front office and new ownership was, it was all over the place. But let's just say LeBron James can have that situation because Cleveland is just that much worse compared to the Golden State Warriors organization. So now he lands in Miami. Plays over there, goes 2-2 championship wise, won 2 championships and lost 2 championships. and decided leaving Miami after those 4 years that he was out there because of apparently Pat Riley took his cookies off the plane. Now, my point is, the reason why I was bringing those two point of views of the influence that they've had in the NBA or in the basketball globally. Now, we can weigh in on who made a positive impact and who made a negative impact to the game of basketball. And to be honest with you, LeBron James' impact and overall influence in the NBA was more on the negative side of things compared to Stephen Curry. Nowadays, the player empowerment has gone way too far. Like, the fans don't even get the chance to see their favorite player play nowadays because, for whatever reason that is, whether that's load management or the player just don't feel like playing at all. A great example of that is, look what LeBron James just did in the previous All-Star game, where he didn't even let them know that he wasn't gonna play in the All-Star game, and just literally just showed up and say, hey, I'm not playing today. These type of behavior are not the greatest of all time type of behavior, because you never really heard that from Michael Jordan or anything close to that while he was playing in the league. Now, in Stephen Curry's situation, he influenced the game where he made everybody felt included. Stephen Curry's game is way more relatable compared to LeBron James. Not everyone's gonna be 6'9", 6'10", and be that freakishly athletic, but in Stephen Curry's situation, everybody can shoot that damn three. The fact that Stephen Curry changed the game single-handedly, and if we think about his physical abilities, Stephen Curry is not the biggest guy, or he's not the fastest guy, or the guy who has 40+ inch vertical. But the fact that he had to work with what he had and still change the game, the way how he changed it, Stephen Curry's game is evolutionary. Stephen Curry's influence globally has reached so many countries where it got to the point where in the Philippines is the very first professional basketball league to have a 4-point line. And you're telling me that Stephen Curry doesn't have anything to do with that? Because the greatest players of all time or of their era has influenced the game of basketball globally. And I can think of one example that LeBron James has influenced the game of basketball globally the same way as Stephen Curry has. Now, some people might want to say that Kevin Durant helped Stephen Curry get 2 extra rings, but the Golden State Warriors was already established before Kevin Durant came in there. Like, they already won and went to the championship twice before Kevin Durant came out there. And also, either way, like, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors was gonna attract another big star anyway. So whether with or without Kevin Durant, the Golden State Warriors was gonna attract another big time star to play with them. Because if you want to disqualify those 2 rings that Stephen Curry won with Kevin Durant, then you might as well disqualify all of the rings that LeBron James has won. Because LeBron James has always played with 2 other all-stars in his team, and it wasn't even the same as how Stephen Curry did it, because the way how Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors did it, they did it through the draft. While in LeBron James' situation, he assembled all these players together from different teams. This situation is a great segue to my final point on why Stephen Curry is better than LeBron James. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I was gonna talk about one major thing that Stephen Curry has done and LeBron James has never done it in his career, and that's turning a franchise into a dynasty. All of Stephen Curry's championship came from the Golden State Warriors alone, all 4 of them, while LeBron James' 4 championship came from 3 different teams, 2 in Miami, 1 with Cleveland, and 1 with the LA Lakers, which was a lot of people think. Even the Lakers fan called him out by saying, bro, give us a real championship. None of that bubble stuff where you guys didn't even have a parade about it. So LeBron James basically got 3 championships. And if you really also think about it, Michael Jordan has turned Chicago Bulls into a dynasty where before he got there, they had no championship, I think. It's the same situation with Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant. Kobe won all of his championship in LA, all 5 of them, while LeBron James won 1 in LA. He basically came into a house that was already built and trying to walk around like, yeah, I'm the king of this thing now, which doesn't sound right, and it doesn't sit well with a lot of LA Lakers fans. And as much as LeBron is trying to overshadow Kobe Bryant's legacy in LA fans are Kobe, like die-hard Kobe Bryant fans. Like, that will never ever happen. So guys, there you have it. That's my argument on why Stephen Curry is a better basketball player or has a better legacy compared to LeBron James. What about you? What do you think about this situation? Do you think LeBron James has a better legacy or is a better basketball player compared to Stephen Curry? Let me know in the comment section and let's make this a conversation. I also made this video about LeBron James and his son, Bronny James. It should pop up right now, so don't forget to check that video out. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And we will see you on the next video.